Welcome to the deep dive. We take stacks of sources, pull out the key insights, and basically give you a shortcut to being genuinely well-informed.
That's the plan.
And today, we are plunging right into the shadows with Bram Stoker's Dracula. Such an enduring figure.
Absolutely iconic.
We've got the works here, journal entries, letters, telegrams,
Yeah.
all the original bits Stoker used.
Yeah, it's like assembling a puzzle, isn't it? You get the story, but also this incredibly detailed world he built.
Exactly. So our mission today, pull out the essential nuggets. About the Count, naturally, but also about Stoker himself and that whole epic hunt.
And you really have to start with Stoker to get Dracula, I think.
Agreed. Where do we begin with him?
Well, Bram Stoker, born in Dublin, 1847, and the really crucial thing, I think, is his childhood. He was an invalid.
Right, couldn't walk for years until he was 7.
Yeah, imagine that. That feeling of being trapped, vulnerable. It almost feels like it had to feed into the themes in Dracula, you know?
Death, abandonment, helplessness.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the connection.
Definitely. And then you add in his mother stories, Irish folk tales, but also really grim stuff about cholera epidemics. That's powerful inspiration.
It's quite a mix. And yet, he wasn't some isolated goth figure, was he? He was pretty well connected.
Oh, very much so. A man of letters, knew George Bernard Shaw, Arthur Conan Doyle. He even looked up to Walt Whitman.
So Dracula was quite a shift for him then. Took him 6 years, you said.
A long time. A real labor of love, and very different from his earlier novels like The Snake's Pass.
What gets me is the research. He did all this armchair research, right? British Library, visits to Whitby.
But never actually went to Eastern Europe.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
How did he make the Carpathians feel so real?
Pure dedication to the research, I suppose. He dug into peasant dress, language, geography. It's kind of a testament to what you can achieve just through diligent study.
It really is. And the name, Dracula, that came from somewhere specific.
Yeah, inspired by Vlad Tepes, 15th century Wallachian prince.
Vlad the Impaler.
That's the one. Famous for fighting the Ottomans and, well, his brutal methods. Stoker borrowed the name and the sort of historical weight, but shifted the location to Transylvania for the story.
Clever. And the book was a hit.
Critically, yes. Conan Doyle himself apparently praised it, and you can see influences from other writers, like Wilkie Collins, the mystery writer.
And the Victorian context.
Yeah.
The whole fear of unbridled sexual longing thing.
Oh, absolutely. It's woven right in. Gothic horror meets, well, erotic tension. You see it early on with Jonathan Harker and the 3 female vampires in the castle, that languorous ecstasy he describes.
All right, okay. So we've got Stoker. The context?
Yeah.
Let's meet the man himself. The Count.
The orchestrator of it all.
That introduction, I am Dracula, and I bid you welcome Mr. Harker to my house.
So famous.
Instantly chilling. And Stoker's description is just spot on, as an aquiline nose, high forehead.
Those peculiarly sharp teeth over the remarkably ruddy lips, showing astonishing vitality.
Until Harker realizes this vitality comes from being, well, a 400-year-old vampire. Poor Jonathan. His journey there sets the tone perfectly, doesn't it?
It really does. Stoker paints Transylvania as this wild, unknown place, one of the wildest and least known portions of Europe.
He talks about the Carpathians being like a whirlpool of superstition, late trains, colorful barbarian Slovaks.
It establishes that sense of otherness, of entering a different world, completely removed from Victorian London. And then the arrival.
Welcomed by the Count,
Mm-hmm.
who turns out to have been the coachman who drove him there.
Yes, that reveal. No servants, just Dracula. Instant dread.
And the castle becoming a prison. Doors, doors, doors everywhere, and all locked and bolted.
Exactly. The trap is sprung.
So he's established there, this ancient power. But the real story kicks off when he makes his move on England, on London. How does he manage that?
Very strategically. It's not random. He secures multiple properties.
Right. Carfax near Purfleet,
Yeah.
Mile End, Bermondsey, even Piccadilly.
Spread out. Each one needed to store those 50 boxes of earth.
His home soil, his resting place.
Essential for him. And what's really fascinating, and Van Helsing picks up on this later, is the idea that Dracula has a child brain.
A child brain. What does that mean exactly? He's ancient.
It means he's learning, experimenting, adapting. He's not static.
Ah, okay, so he's evolving his methods.
Precisely, like with moving the boxes. At first, others moved them for him. Then he started helping. Then he does it himself, scattering his graves, his safe spots all over London unnoticed. He's learning the stealth, independence in this new world.
That makes him even more dangerous. Not just powerful, but adaptable.
Exactly, an evolving threat.
And the human cost of this arrival. It hits home with Lucy Westenora, Mina's friend.
Oh, Lucy. Yeah, she's presented as so vibrant, so full of life.
3 marriage proposals in one day. Dr. Seward, Quincy Morris the American.
And Arthur Holmwood, Lord Godalming's son. She represents everything bright and innocent that Dracula targets.
But then the illness starts. The sleepwalking gets worse.
And coinciding with that dramatic arrival of the Demeter in Whitby.
Oh, that scene is chilling. The ghost ship arriving in a storm, captain tied to the wheel, dead.
Holding a crucifix, his log details the crew disappearing one by one, stalked by it.
And carrying the Count's remaining boxes of earth. His beachhead is established.
And poor Lucy declines so rapidly, pale, gums receding, teeth looking sharper.
Despite all their efforts, the blood transfusions from Arthur Van Helsing, Seward...
Desperate measures, but she succumbs. And her story isn't over, is it?
No way. She becomes one of the undead.
The blue fur lady, preying on children in Hampstead, leaving those little marks on their throats.
Such a horrifying inversion of her character, from innocent victim to predator.
And the group then has to perform that terrible task, giving her true death.
The staking, the decapitation, gruesome.
But necessary. And Stoker notes that peace comes to her face afterwards. Her soul is freed, in their view.
It's a pivotal moment. It really cements the group's resolve, doesn't it? Transforms it into a hunt.
Yes, the stakes are clear now. It's a collective battle, and you see different skills coming together.
Like Dr. Seward. He starts as a skeptic, very scientific, runs an asylum.
But his detailed diaries are crucial, especially his notes on Renfield.
Ah, Renfield. The zoophagous patient, eats flies, spiders.
Yeah, consumes life. And his sanity seems directly linked to Dracula's proximity. His raving is about a master needing life, not souls. They're all clues. Cryptic, but vital.
And then there's Mina, Jonathan Harker's fiancée. She's central.
Absolutely invaluable. Her journals, written in shorthand, provide this clear, objective record. Van Helsing calls them sunshine.
But she also becomes a victim, in a way.
Yeah.
The vampire's baptism of blood.
That terrible scene where Dracula forces her to drink his blood leaves that scar on her forehead.
But it gives her a link, a connection to him.
A dangerous, terrifying psychic link. Under hypnosis, she can track his movements. She describes the darkness, the water.
Lapping water, creaking wood as he escapes by river. She can even tell the difference between swirling and roaring water.
Incredible detail. And her bravery. She tells the men to kill her if she turns completely.
To save her soul, like Lucy.
Yeah. And she also provides that key insight we mentioned, reinforcing Van Helsing's idea about Dracula's child brain, learning empirically.
Through experience.
Yeah.
He gets better at being a vampire in London.
Essentially, yes. He adapts his ancient evil to the modern world.
Which makes Van Helsing even more important. He's the intellectual core, isn't he? The one who understands what they're up against.
Professor Van Helsing, he's amazing. Philosopher, metaphysician, scientist, but also open-minded.
He believes in things which you cannot understand and yet which are.
Exactly. He doesn't dismiss the supernatural, he studies it. He's the one who explains Dracula's powers and his weaknesses.
Okay, let's run through those. Powers first.
Strength of 20 men. Cunning accumulated over centuries. Necromancy command over the dead. Controls storms, fog, thunder.
Commands animals too. Rats, owls, bats.
Moths, foxes, wolves, yeah. He can transform into some of them or into mist. He can shrink or vanish. Pretty formidable.
But not invincible. What are the limits? The weaknesses.
Crucial weaknesses. No shadow, no reflection. Cannot enter a place unless invited first.
The threshold rule. Classic vampire lore.
Can't cross running water at certain times or easily. Needs those boxes of native earth to regain his strength. And then the specific repellents.
Garlic, crucifixes, consecrated wafers, holy items.
These limitations are what give the hunters a chance. Knowledge is their weapon.
So armed with this knowledge, they make their move, the solemn compact.
To hunt him down and destroy him, they start by sterilizing his London lairs.
Destroying the boxes of earth, cutting off his safe havens.
Forcing him out. He's cornered, has to flee back to Transylvania, escapes by sea on the Tsarina Catherine.
And the chase is on. Cross-continental.
It's relentless. The group splits up. Some go by land, some follow the river route, using Mina's psychic link to track him.
All converging on the Borgo Pass, back where it started almost.
Exactly, and the climax is incredibly tense. They intercept him just as sunset approaches.
His power returns at sunset, right?
Yes, they have to act fast. He's in his final box, being transported by gypsies.
And then?
Jonathan Harker, using a cookery knife, slashes his throat.
While Quincy Morris.
The American, plunges his Bowie knife into the Count's heart, a fatal double blow.
And Dracula.
Crumbles into dust, just vanishes. But Stoker adds this detail, a look of peace on his face as he disintegrates.
Peace. After all that.
Yeah, Mina interprets it as his worser part being destroyed, allowing his better part, his soul perhaps, to find peace or immortality. It's a complex ending.
It really is. Okay, so we've traced the whole arc. Stoker, the Count, the hunt, the end. What's the takeaway for us listening now?
Well, one thing is how evil, even ancient evil like Dracula, needs an invitation, doesn't it? He has to be welcomed in before he can take root.
Invited into our midst. That resonates. Like allowing certain influences into our lives.
Could be. And notice how it took a diverse team to meet him? Jonathan's notes, Mina's empathy and connection, Van Helsing's broad knowledge, Seward's data. Everyone brought something different.
Collaboration against an evolving threat. Because Dracula was evolving, wasn't he? That child brain thing, learning experimentally.
He wasn't just static evil. He was adapting, improving his methods. Makes you think, doesn't it? How often do we face threats, maybe not vampires, but influences or problems that also adapt and change?
And maybe we unconsciously invite them in, let them grow stronger.
Possibly. And the novel seems to champion using all our tools observation, like Van Helsing told Seward, trusting instincts, working together, using knowledge critically.
So the final thought then. If even this ancient powerful Count had to learn and adapt and could ultimately be defeated by critical thinking and collective will.
What does that say about the threats we face, the subtle ones, the ones that change shape? Maybe it suggests that knowledge, unity, and staying observant are just as powerful now as they were for Van Helsing's crew, perhaps even more so.